After a year-long exile to the nooks and crannies of our homes, we find ourselves still stranded in the island of our abodes, condemned to more days of glitchy video calls, an unhealthy pick and mix of our social media feeds, and news cycle pills, a daily dose of COVID death updates. What we do know is, we are living with an invisible virus in our midst, capable of wiping out our entire species. Nonetheless, we are grateful for loved ones being safe and sound just a phone call away, for being able to transform our bedrooms into workshops at the touch of a button. Thankful for open fields and cold air, for well-tended gardens and wildflowers sprouting by the seaside. While we ached for brighter days, an old foe came calling in May. Another epidemic called racism had grown wings and taken flight across the Western world, migrating from Minneapolis to a Dublin suburb. In outrage, we took to the streets to protest, leaving our doors unguarded as an animal called grief wandered into our homes, reeking of decades of systemic oppression. Anyone who saw us must have thought we were dancing. Our flailing arms and upturned faces, the way we wield our voices like weapons and swing our Black Lives Matter banners. Sweat-drenched, teeth gritted with determination, and our eyes gleaming with hope for a better future. Were we not almost buried alive as we burrowed deeper into the dirt, desperate to unearth a miracle to make wine from the bitter fruits of a near-barren year? Grief is a ravenous animal, rabid and roaming around a parched wasteland. The poet is a fly perched on the tail of that wild wounded thing. How could they understand our dilemma? Why we hesitated, misty-eyed as the flames clawed at our curved backs, curious to glimpse once more the red glow of our days past and passing swiftly. We waited, hovering over the world as we've known it, and watched as it was leveled by fire and brimstone. And standing there, with the old world burning to our rear, we clutch each other's calloused hands and point our eyes at the glorious gloaming of a new dawn. The verdant valleys glistening with morning dew, the wind kissing our cheek, welcoming us with a familiar song, sweet as a nursery rhyme, or perhaps an ancient battle cry.